Ambassador Zythrak's three eyes rolled in unison as the holographic display materialized before the Galactic Council. The image showed a modest collection of metal vessels drifting through the void, humanity's so-called fleet. Scattered laughter rippled through the chamber, emanating from delegates representing dozens of advanced civilizations. These are the ships that dare request membership in our council? High Chancellor Vexstar's voice dripped with contempt, his crystalline form pulsing with amused colors. We've seen mining barges with more impressive armaments. The human delegate, Captain Sarah Chen, maintained her composure despite the mockery surrounding her. She stood barely 5 feet tall among beings that towered twice her height, her simple uniform a stark contrast to the elaborate ceremonial garments worn by her alien counterparts. Honored council members, Chen began, her voice steady, we come not to boast of our military might, but to offer our unique contributions to your alliance. Unique contributions? Zythrak's tentacles writhed with mirth. Your entire species fits on a handful of primitive worlds. Your technology is centuries behind ours. What could you possibly offer that we haven't already mastered? The Zeridian War Master, General Korth, leaned forward in his massive exoskeleton. Human, your largest vessel is smaller than our fighter craft. Your weapons operate on principles we abandoned millennia ago. Even your population, a mere 12 billion across your solar system, wouldn't fill a single city on Zeritis Prime. Chen nodded calmly. You're absolutely correct, General. We are small. Our ships are modest. Our technology, by your standards, is primitive. She paused, meeting the gaze of each council member. But perhaps you're measuring the wrong things. The audacity. Vexstar's crystalline structure flared brilliant red. You stand before civilizations that have conquered entire star clusters, that command fleets numbering in the millions, and you suggest we're measuring incorrectly? I suggest, Chen replied, that you've never encountered adaptive teleportation technology. The chamber fell silent. Teleportation was theoretical at best among even the most advanced species, the energy requirements were astronomical, the precision needed was beyond current computational abilities. Impossible, whispered Counselor Mordek, her insectoid features twitching with nervous energy. No species has achieved practical teleportation on any meaningful scale. Chen smiled. You're right. No other species has. She tapped a small device on her wrist. Computer, initiate Operation Revelation. Space around the council station suddenly erupted with blinding flashes of light. When the radiance faded, the modest human fleet of 12 ships had become something else entirely. Thousands upon thousands of massive vessels materialized in perfect formation, each one dwarfing the council's own defensive fleet. The ships stretched across the star system like an endless metallic sea, their hulls gleaming with technologies that seemed to bend light itself. The council chamber descended into chaos. Delegates scrambled for their emergency protocols while others stared in stunned silence at the tactical displays showing human ships materializing throughout their space. How? Zythrak's voice was barely a whisper. Chen's expression remained serene. We learned long ago that size isn't everything. Why build massive fleets when you can keep them stored in parallel dimensions? Why waste resources maintaining visible forces when you can summon them instantaneously across any distance? She gestured toward the viewports showing the endless human armada. Every human world, every colony, every outpost is connected through our teleportation network. What you saw before was merely our diplomatic escort. General Korth's exoskeleton systems were frantically calculating threat assessments. The energy requirements, the coordination needed, it should be impossible. Perhaps, Chen said, that's what makes us uniquely qualified for council membership. We don't just think outside conventional parameters, we've learned to exist outside them. High Chancellor Vexstar's crystalline form had shifted to deep purple, the color of profound respect among his people. The council recognizes humanity's application for membership. As Chen prepared to beam back to her flagship, she offered one final observation: sometimes the smallest packages contain the greatest surprises. We look forward to contributing to the Council's continued prosperity. The human fleet began to fade, returning to whatever impossible storage dimensions had concealed them. But their message remained crystal clear: in a universe obsessed with size and obvious displays of power, humanity had chosen a different path entirely.